All right, we're recording.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have a cameraman. I just set it up, press play. So hopefully I'm in the shot. Hopefully this guy's in the shot. And this is the video podcast. And I hope you can hear us well. Because we're just using the phone's microphone. So yeah, speaking of the podcast, I actually have like 4 episodes I haven't put up yet. I've been like really dragging my feet. That's kind of an issue I have, like dragging my feet.
That's okay because I'm having trouble pushing people to go listen to it. So,
to be fair, they're not that
good. What's that?
To be fair, they're not that good. Yeah. So, what was I going to talk about?
What we're going to talk about today, the major theme of this episode of our podcast.
I have no idea, man.
We should talk about something.
Yeah, I know we're going to talk about something, but it's just we never. I think whoever listens to this podcast is well aware that we don't really have much in the way of planning. We just start talking and see what happens.
It's kind of like a music, I guess.
Yeah, we just start going and magic happens. It's more magic than science, really.
Are we allowed to say the names of the 2 forthcoming songs, or are we going to wait?
We can say the names.
Okay. Nathan has been working on these 2 songs, and they're called Scorcher and Villain, right?
Correct.
And they both have a lot of similarities, but they're both like really unique at the same time. They definitely sound like they're related to other music we've done, but there's a whole other element to it that seems really real and raw. That's my opinion of it, but I just did the guitar on it and the voice.
I forgot which one, but like I did the guitar work for one of those songs.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I
thought we doubled up though. I thought.
Not that I know of.
It was just you.
I think it was just, I think it's me doing the guitar, and then I think.
Wow, you impersonate my style really well.
And then you did the guitar solo.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny, dude. That's. It just
I don't know if
makes
you said
me
the name yet, but it's Scorcher and Villain. Those are the 2 songs we got coming up.
I love Scorcher.
These are 2 songs I wrote the lyrics to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Scorcher.
Yeah, I sent. I don't know. There must have been like a miscommunication, or whatever. But like, I sent Mike the backing tracks. I think there were like 3 instrumentals. I don't think they have vocals or anything. To him, the backing tracks for that.
Yeah.
And apparently he said like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and then recently he's like, I never got them. I sent them. So we'll see what happens with that.
So you send him 3 more, I guess, right?
Yeah, just 3 instrumentals.
Yeah, that's good. I always thought that people would tend to gravitate towards music with lyrics, but some of our instrumental songs people like a lot, because on Spotify, for example, the #1 song people like to play is Interstellar Coitus, which is completely instrumental. Yeah. And then also, like, strangely enough, people have started listening to these songs that I didn't even like. That they like people are starting to listen to stuff that like I had no idea was going to become popular after the fact. You know what I mean? Where's Spotify? Yeah, it's your Interstellar Coitus. Then #2 is Eternal Black, and then Machine Gun Nest out of nowhere suddenly became popular, and then Surreal Appetite, which I think is a really decent song, and then Green Lung, of course, which is just one of our classics, right? Yeah. Oh, and what do you think about doing artwork? You want me to show you like some examples?
So like, what's the name of the guy? Let's give him a shout out. What's the name of the guy who did our artwork before? Was it Dumoulin?
Dumoulin.
Yeah. So that guy, he's been doing a lot of artwork.
Yes.
I like his artwork. I like his style.
I do too. And what I liked about this band is that we make partnerships with people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like we always get the same artist. Jeremiah is producing it and mastering it and everything. But I don't know all the parts. But I mean, it's not weird. That doesn't mean that I'm obligated to buy anything from him. But the other one is this guy that is very well known, and he is also from Indonesia, I think. But he's just much more well known than.
How much does Doomless charge?
He charged as low as 50 before.
Uh-huh.
But usually it's between 80 and 120. I don't know what drives his pricing.
So there's that option. Anything?
Yeah.
We can also go with this other guy. What's the other guy's name? Let's give him a shout out as well.
The other guy who does what?
The other guy who does art.
Yeah. The one that we could think about is his name is I can't remember his name. It's stupid. Now what the fuck was it? That's not good that I didn't know that one. So I talked to.
What is that?
What?
Flashlight?
Oh my god! No, that's
Dude.
like this is like Evil Dead or what? No, not Evil Dead.
It's
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
That's like a Hellraiser flashlight. That sounds counterproductive.
It looks like kind of a private part.
What?
It looks like a woman's vagina outside.
No, it looks
It
looks like a mouth, man. What's your problem?
I don't think it looked like a mouth. I thought it would.
It looks like a mouth.
Oh man.
But it also has like
I suppose.
Like I've never seen this movie, and it's surprising that I know the character's name is Hellraiser.
Yeah.
But it's like the pale guy. He's bald. He has a bunch of spice coming out of his face.
Yeah, right. I love it.
And for some, I don't even know what I'm describing it. Maybe they don't want to know this.
Do you
But
like
anyway,
this movie?
let me finish.
Okay, I will.
On Instagram, it popped up on this guy's feed. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck he's into. But it was like somebody made a fleshlight based off of that character. And it's like the guy's lips. And he has all these like spice coming out of the fleshlight. So, like I said, that sounds counterproductive.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone cares in that who would appreciate that kind of art. But are you a fan of the movies?
I've never seen them.
Really? I saw the Hellraiser for the first time like 4 or 5 years ago, and the first movie, and it's really creepy as fuck. But it's not necessarily scary, but it's kind of like scary in a really like intense way. Like, I tell you, if I ever was walking down a dark alley and someone dressed as Pinhead popped out, I'd be probably scared shitless.
Wow.
Don't you feel that way when you were a kid and you used to go to buy the cassettes, the VHS tapes, and Blockbuster or whatever, and you go to the horror section and you just look at the cool like graphics and so like who has the best cover, right?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, like there's this part of I think it was Blockbuster or some kind of like movie rental place where they had this section that was marked off. It had like the red robe in front of it. Red, drapes in front of it.
Right.
I was like a little kid, and I just like wandered to that section. And I was like, oh, these movies look kind of weird.
Wow.
And I just walked out.
I feel like that's how every man in America learns about sex.
I don't think so, man.
I've
heard people. Oh, from porn.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like walking into.
Well,
accidentally walking into the porn section of Blockbuster, baby.
I think that's a common thing that people have done, but I do also think that it's worth it to I don't know, like teach young men like about sex better than we do. Like, because my health class in high school was awful.
I think we need to.
We don't even know where to click. This guy is teaching us. This guy's teaching us about fallopian tubes, and I'm like, will you tell me to clip, okay, man? Or do
they? What they really need to tell you is that women are duplicitous to their core. That's what they need to tell me.
Sorry, I'm just wondering what my wife's gonna say if I tell her you said it. Oh Lord!
Listen,
I'm not saying I'm just saying.
I don't know if you noticed my T-shirt that I'm wearing.
What do you have? Oh yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. But wait. Is that a sign for being female or male?
That's
what
the female sign.
That's the female sign?
Yeah.
Oh, and then through it means no man.
Yes, no man.
I don't even fully get it. It's like, oh no, it's supposed to say no man. No man is in this.
No man. No. It's there's a show called what's it called, Married with Kids.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. I don't watch it too often, but I've seen a few episodes. Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny, and to be honest, I don't have problems with women. At least not all. I don't have a problem with all women. But I think this shirt's funny. That's why
it is a common.
What is it like on the back? Let me try to turn this shirt around.
It is a common thing, though. I've noticed that this real intense reaction.
It's an acronym. No man, it's an acronym for National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood.
What is Amazonian masterhood?
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm interested.
Yeah, if you're like, hey, baby, I'm a Amazonian masterhood.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, damn, I'm gonna go with this guy.
I don't know, when it comes to sex ed in schools, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, right? I feel like there's two extremes. Yeah. One was they tell you to keep to your pants till you're married. Yeah. Which, if you're telling 16, 15-year-old kids that, they're not going to listen to that. The other issue is they go way too far in the other direction, where they're trying to talk to kids who are way too young. Or they're trying to talk to 13 and 12-year-olds about anal sex and other kinds of shit like that.
I know, it's fascinating though, because before there was any porn,
there was always porn.
What do you mean? On scraps of paper, they draw something and
yeah, they were always drawing erotic pictures.
Yeah, wow, it's hard to believe. But then there's the other people.
When you see a sculpture of somebody sculpted a woman, and it was sculpted in ancient Rome. Yeah. Do you think that people are getting the rocks off of that? Because they couldn't just they didn't have the internet back then. They couldn't just look at two guys going at a girl. So they're not desensitized. Mm-hmm. They're they see do you think they saw a statue of a shapely woman and that got their motor going?
Well, that's possible, because if you get over sexualized or over stimulated, then things that are supposed to be erotic can become quite dull, right? Are you following me here? And then what is the point that you just made though? That about
the sex ed going too far in the other direction.
Oh yeah. I think it's a delicate balance, because not every kid is responsible enough at 15 years old. We say 15 years old, start teaching them sex ed, but we don't realize that 15-year-old is actually a whole spectrum of people. Some who are mature, some who are immature, some who are quiet, some who are loud. So I don't know where I was originally going with that, but I think that what was the entire conversation about?
Oh my God, you want me to recap?
No, just tell me keywords.
What keywords are you looking for? We were
the
talking
ones that
about.
Were in the.
Okay, right now we're talking about sex ed.
Yeah, sex ed, yeah.
And I'm talking about there's the abstinence-only education, which I don't think is very. I have to look it up.
Yes,
I don't think that's very effective.
Very stupid.
So you have weird teachers trying to talk to 11-year-olds about anal sex.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
That's
that's the parents' job, I guess. That's what they're talking about. We're just animals, right? We're just animals who have a really intense computer connected to our bodies that makes us, these issues. I'm skeptical. Let's just say I'm always skeptical of these
Alright. Yeah, I mean, there are people who have a vested interest in like having you and I believe certain things.
I know. It's just fucking ridiculous.
You know, like there's this account. It's on Twitter. There's other places as well called Lives of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I don't follow them. I don't follow her. It's not like I have a problem with her, but I'm not necessarily a fan of her either. You know.
Yeah. What's her name?
Lives of TikTok. That's her account.
Oh, that's her.
And so, like,
how many followers does she have?
I have no idea, but a lot of people like watching her videos because essentially, she will just like find videos of like some liberal crazy person saying some crazy liberal shit.
Yeah.
And she'll just like essentially put that person on blast. And so there are people complaining about her, and one is like, okay, like, is she the one actually doxing these people? Is she the one actually threatening these people? Because like, if I say something inflammatory, if I say like, I don't know, I can't think of something off the top of my head, but let's say I said something like very inflammatory, like genuinely inflammatory that I honestly believed.
Like something about a terrorist.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what that is. It's just I said something inflammatory.
Okay.
And then like somebody like just amplifies it, and like it's not that I just said it like in a private conversation. Like I made a video. I made that statement and I put it online. If someone else who disagrees with me, maybe like it's some liberal person, maybe some conservative person has a problem with me or whatever, and like they just like say, "Hey, look what this person is saying." Like, well, who is encouraging? Like, who is encouraging people to come after me? Is it this person who like amplified what I've already said, or is it me for like saying this thing that's like angering a bunch of people?
What did you say?
I didn't say anything, man. It's just,
this is a kind of like
it's a what if situation.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, like I don't know this person. I'm not gonna like defend her, but like if she's actually doxed someone, if she's actually like threatening someone, I want to see that. Because what I think is going on is that she'll put people on blast, and then like the people who follow her, some of them will be like, yeah, they'll send that person like death threats, or they'll like they'll like try to dox that person. But the thing is, it's this.
Well, you keep saying this word,
dox.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, basically, it's basically like a form of intimidation. It's like they'll
online intimidation.
Yeah. It's like they'll get your information, like they'll like your home address, your full name.
Yeah. Big deal.
Well, your phone number, all that stuff, and like it's basically. I mean, there's a lot of crazy people online. So one barrier between you and the crazy person is that they don't know who you are, they don't know where you live, they don't have your phone number or any kind of information. And so like people giving that information out, it increases the likeliness that some crazy person is gonna come after you. So that's typically the point of doxing, is just to like intimidate someone. Like somebody says something that someone else doesn't like. And so like they'll get doxed in order to like help encourage them to like shut up about it.
Yeah. Totally. Such a shame. Yeah, people get so upset. And some people though their whole fucking life is about criticizing other people. They finally been given a voice here with the internet, and all they have to speak about is, how much they didn't like your song that they just listened to, or shit like that. Like what did they say? Let me remember.
Well, before you go into what you're talking about, since you have a problem remembering, I'll go back to like my main point about the whole like Lives of TikTok thing. Is, like, I think what's going on is that like what she's doing is not much different than if this person on their own like had like millions of that video that they made like went viral and had like millions of views. Like the same exact thing would happen. That people that would vehemently disagree with this person, let's say it's like a teacher talking about like showing kids porn, because that's the kind of stuff like she like amplifies. If without the help of Liz and TikTok, if by itself that video went viral and like millions of views, then you would still have this issue of like people sending this person death threats, trying to dox this person.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it's true that there's lots of inappropriate stuff out there too. So says they can't remember shit, but
you can't, man.
I know I can't. But actually, to get back to that point, is that actually one of the things I have trouble with is making new memories. So I'm almost like that guy on Momentum. Have you watched that movie?
I know you're referencing, but I've seen it before.
But anyway, that's kind of how I get through the day. So that was one of the things, I'm making new memories. And I was like, and also forgetting some old memories. And I was like, the more I forget, the happier I get. If I have to think of every shitty thing that happened in my life, then...
I heard that there are people who have dementia, and like they're in like some nursing home.
Yeah.
And like they'll wake up and they'll like ask for like, you know, their wife or whatever. And it's just like, oh, the nurses, like, I don't know, like, what...
Is sexual abuse?
No, let me finish.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you always jump to conclusions. The conclusion is like almost, like 99% of the time when you jump to conclusions, it's wrong. Honestly, that's not a problem with it. If you knew where I was going with that, if you like jumped in and was like, oh, they're like, the guy is asking for his wife who like passed like 10 years ago, but like he's still like remembering, he lost some of his memory that he thinks that he's like still 40 years old and happily married with his wife. You know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like, if you had said something like that, I'd be like, yeah, that's where I'm going. But you didn't say that. You said sexual abuse, which is not where I was going.
Oh,
but yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Well, you know, each day I can learn more from you, Nathan. But
I don't know. I've read people talking about how you shouldn't tell them, like, if like some guy has dementia,
right,
and he's like, oh, where's my wife Susan? Mm-hmm. Like, don't tell him, like, your wife Susan died 10 years ago, because that's like
a big tragedy.
Well, I mean, because now you're making them like relive that moment over and over and over and over again, like multiple times in his life, instead of just like living that moment once. And then,
I know I don't have early onset Alzheimer's.
Well, I'm not saying
I'm not forgetting no, seriously, we were like, maybe it's Alzheimer's, but Ting-Ting's like, no, for it to be Alzheimer's, I guess, is the things that you forget are really, you don't forget things. Like, for example, you remember your keys, but you forget what it does.
Really?
And so gets to scrambled eggs, starts eating scrambled eggs with the keys. Like my grandmother, when she had a stroke and was all fucked up from that, she was living with us for a while. And she tried to cut her steak with a spoon. So it's like that sort of stuff.
Maybe it's like a really tender steak, though.
I hope when I'm like almost forgetting who the fuck I am, that they give me good steak.
Oh man, that's a fucked up life. I heard somebody saying that like, the friends and family of somebody with dementia, they have it worse than the person who has dementia.
Yeah, taking care of them. Yeah, it sucks.
I think the person who has dementia has it worse than those who have to take care of them. Like, I understand where they're coming from. Like, you're like, this person you care about, it's like, they're slowly losing themselves.
That's just Americans.
Let me finish. They're slowly losing themselves, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, this like, helplessness.
Yeah.
I can understand that, but I still think it's worse than, I think it's worse to be the person who slowly loses themselves. Yeah. But then again, like, I don't know, man. They could be like just not entirely there to the point where it's like, they don't feel what they've lost. That can be the case. I'm not saying that is the case, but it can be the case. And from that perspective, I can see how like being the person with dementia isn't as bad as being the friends and family of someone with dementia. Yeah. So anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, I agree with that. It's just dementia can be hard. But I've heard that some people who have dementia, and it's gradually getting worse and worse, right? These people actually, their personality improves through through what they experience having the disease. Their personality improves. This is seen, I guess, in some some cases, like which is kind of neat. I think it was NPR that it was some kind of biographical like whatever like video, but or whatever. But anyway, the yeah, it's my new hat. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's like a trucker hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, trucker.
Well, like I like to wear a hat usually in the summer, especially because it's a great way to keep sun out of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like this is better because I don't have to do my hair every day. You know what I'm saying? I can just throw that on and be like, I'll be a fucking scruff today.
Mm-hmm.
But I got another hat too that's black and it says Big Oaf on it. It is a band from Atlanta that's really good. Actually, since we're using your phone for recording this video, let's see.
Big Oof.
Yeah, Big Oaf. That's their. I don't know if they are physically big oafish looking dudes, but
they probably are.
Let's see. Big Oaf. I love their music though. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, there's this guy. He
Check it out. Oh yeah.
That reminds me of Mastodon.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, can you pause this for a second and then restart it?
For you what?
I just but I don't want to do it.
Alright, fine, I'll pause it.
Alright.
Quick intermission.
Quick intermission.
Quick intermission. Don't do it again.
Oh, yeah.
3 minutes.